All right, guys, here we are. Another week of Talking Preps, regional championship games in the book. So let's find out who bought out and who got the call. All right, guys. Hey, regional championships in the books. We know who's going to the state. So let's find out the players that made the plays to help the teams go all the way. Let's go up there to the high country in Boone, Watauga. Bowen Mayo in a barn-burning 43-42 victory over Northern Guilford in the 6A semifinals. Mayo caught 7 passes for 136 yards. That's 19.4 yards per catch, guys, and had 3 touchdowns. Coach, what do you think about this guy right here?
Yeah, you know what they say this time of year, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. And, you see his kid, Bo, and he's playing all over the field. You saw a clip of him, maybe about 2 plays ago, throwing a big physical block. So, he's picking balls off. So then, it's no doubt that on Friday night in the biggest game of the year, a kid shows out with 3 touchdowns. Again, big-time players, big-time games. That's a big-time night right there, Bowen.
That's the best game I saw all season last night. Yeah. That was an awesome game.
No kidding. Hey, let's go to another big game. Let's go to the 3-3-6 Greensboro. Ty Shoemake in a 13-7 victory over Weddington in the 7A semifinals. This is a sophomore, by the way, one of those baby boomers. Ran the ball 17 times, 147 yards, and a touchdown. Gary, tell me what you see in this young man.
Well, I see him waiting on the blocks to develop. In our group chat Thursday night, I told everybody, I said, whoever makes the best adjustments in this game is going to win at the half. And Grimsley went to the counter play with the sniffer, with the tight end that's off the line of scrimmage. And they ran counter after counter, and he was the ball carrier. And I kept saying, when are they going to adjust? When are they going to adjust? And Weddington didn't adjust fast enough, and this guy, he grounded out in that third quarter, and he was the difference in the game, and it was one play. Basically, it was counter left, counter right, counter left, counter right.
Well, that's one thing, playing against that defensive line too, like teams like that with great defensive line, they're hard to zone block because those guys kind of displace the O-line. They get some penetration, and it kind of takes away a lot of those cutback lanes, which is really what you're looking for. So, yeah, that changed to a man scheme and that gap scheme. I'm not surprised it was able to take off like that.
All right. Let's go up to the 919, the Raleigh Millbrook High School. Rashad Streets in a 14-7 victory over Hoggart. Streets had 10 total tackles, 6 solos plus 4.5 sacks, or 4.5 tackles for a loss, 3.5 sacks. I think his name's Streets because he's like a bulldozer running over anybody in the street. Coach Hales, what do you see?
Yeah, no, I see a great, just great length coming off the edge. He's a tall kid, long arm. He's going to be able to fight off blocks and create disruption that way. Even if he's not getting sacks, you see him down the road being able to get his hands up and knock some passes down. But, as we get later in the playoffs here, we're not seeing 400 yards. We're seeing guys now, tackles for losses, sacks, and, again, defense wins championships. And, having it like this, having Mr. Streets on your team, certainly you got to like your chances on this week coming up.
Brian, we always hear, defensive line coaches talk about get skinny. And looks like he's splitting these blocks. He knows how to get skinny very quickly.
He does. And the one thing too, like to be able to block a kid like that, you got to have a kid like that. Like I heard, like when Julius Peppers was first coming, kind of making a name for himself, like you started to see offensive tackles, what they look like started to change because you had to have Julius Peppers. So now you look at a kid like Streets coming off the edge, and he does such a great job of cutting off angles and not leaving a lot of air between him and the offensive lineman. So he's able to make plays that he's such a great athlete. Look at the spin move, comes back under control and still makes the tackle. That's, you don't teach stuff like that.
Yeah. That young man is a problem.
See ball, get ball. That's what he is, a see ball, get ball.
Sir. Yes, sir. Hey, let's stay up there in the Raleigh area and go to Clayton High School. Aiden Smalls in a 35-32 victory over Cardinal Gibbons in the 7A Eastern semifinal. Small was 11 for 20 for 187 yards, 2 touchdowns, including a 32-yard pass with 33 seconds left to win the ball game. Oh, by the way, he also ran the ball 33 times for 213. That's not a typo, guys. In the regional semifinal and final, Smalls ran for 414 yards, passed for 271 yards, accounted for 10 total touchdowns. This is big time, guys. Coach Hales, tell me about him.
I'm in awe. Just to be perfectly honest with you, I mean, I've seen some of the best football players, obviously, that have come through Charlotte, but have come through North Carolina. But to see somebody putting up numbers like this deep in the playoffs, like this is rare. This is a rare talent, and man, just a joy watching them play. Like just watch the film. I mean, there's not a lot that doesn't just jump off the screen at you, like from the athleticism to the finishing to the physicality to the decision making, and just he's on time with his throws. I mean, everything that you need this kid to do, it looks like he's doing.
Well, hey, we've always said you ball out, you get to call, you get showcased here on Talking Preps. When you really ball out, you get to come here in studio with us. Aiden Smalls, first and foremost, congratulations, make it to the state finals this week. But tell us about the last 2 weeks and this game against Cardinal Gibbons in general. Just tell us how it felt to be in the zone.
I came in these last 2 weeks. You know, we started off against Southeast after Thanksgiving. I mean, we had a good game plan going into that game, and I just believe in my coaching staff. I mean, been blocking great. My receivers been getting open, so I mean, they've been making it easy on me. So I mean, we've just been rolling, and we have the most confidence we've had all year. So I mean, we're peaking at the best spot.
Aiden, I mean, come on, man. 700 yards of offense and 10 touchdowns in 2 weeks. Like, how do you feel? Like, physically, how do you feel right now?
I mean, I feel good. I mean, we still got one more. So, I mean, job's not finished yet. But, we got a big game next. Probably the best team we'll face all season. So, I mean, I feel good.
What's the most important thing you think you do during the week to make sure that physically you're ready to go and do this kind of work on Friday night?
I mean, I just do treatment with my trainers, and then do practice. Honestly, I don't even know. I mean, it's kind of surreal for me too. I mean, when I get on the field, I just reach a different level. Like I don't even know. It was just great. I don't know.
Aiden, you told us back to the show that you plan on going to North Carolina State next year. Why State? It's usually you don't find kids that live that close to a school that want to go there. Why? What is it about NC State that made you want to go to NC State?
NC State, they've been with me since my sophomore year, so it's kind of like a loyalty thing. And then my freshman year, I was at Gibbons, and Coach Dorian's son, he played on our team, so I had like a deeper connection with Coach Dorian than I had with any other coach. And then he just stayed on me, and then I love Joker Phillips over there too. And I mean, I love the players who's already there right now, and I kind of couldn't see myself at another place.
All right, Aiden. Again, congratulations on an incredible number. Before I let you go, though, you got to tell us about this upcoming week. Playing Grimsley, they are what they are. They're the big elephant in the room. They've been the standard for several years. Just tell us your thoughts on taking on that juggernaut of a Worley team.
Yes, sir. I mean, everything you said is true. I mean, I'm just really excited to play these guys. I mean, I've never played a team of this caliber before, but I mean, it just makes it more exciting for me. So I'm interested to see how this goes, and I have utmost confidence in our team.
Hey, tell us one more thing. We've had Coach Scott Chadwick on the show for years. We're very familiar with him down here in the Charlotte area. Well, what's kind of been his message to you and to the team to keep you guys locked in this road to the States?
I mean, he just telling us keep rolling. I mean, keep listening to the coaches. I mean, they're leading us in the right direction. And I mean, we just got to stay focused and have confidence in ourselves, and not really think too much about who we're playing. It's just think about us, and if we do what we could do, we can get the job done.
All right, Aiden. Hey, congratulations. Keep balling out. Maybe we'll showcase you next week too. But congratulations. Have a great week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, guys. All right,
Good luck, kid.
That's the first half of it here for the Talking Preps Players of the Week. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back and we're going to showcase even more young men, so don't go too far. Hey, this is Chris Hughes, host of the Observer's Talking Preps. Proud to say that our show is growing and growing and growing, and we've got a brand new schedule. Mondays at 8 p.m., get our Players of the Week. No more waiting. Then on Tuesday, 8 p.m., catch me and Sam and all the guys of the number one show in high school football in North Carolina, Talking Preps. Wednesdays, 8:30, Dale Ross and Jim West will host Talking Preps OT Live, talking about statewide issues, trends, and interacting with viewers. And don't miss our post-game show Fridays at 11 p.m., where we wrap up all of the night's actions. At Talking Preps, we've got you covered all week. All right, guys, welcome back here, Talking Preps. I promised you we'd be back on the other side, and I didn't lie. We're going to keep showcasing some big-time guys. This guy here, I saw live and in living color on, I guess it was Friday night, up in Lincolnton, Grady Nodine from Shelby. And, boy, that was a big-time game. 30-0 victory over Lincolnton at Lincolnton in the semifinal. Nodine had 12 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 3 for a loss. Coach Hells, this is one of those dogs, as I like to say, that can get it done, especially when the weather gets cold. Tell me about him.
Hey, man, if you can't win if you can't score, So, I mean, what I'm seeing here is a tone setter. Playing right in the middle of the ball. Here's where you see them. They drop him down to play a little bit of D-line, causing some disruption there to make some of those tackles for a loss. But, to me, I don't see him getting himself out of position at all. He's patient as he's going to sit back down here. He's going to break the play down. He's going to break the play down. He waits for his time, and now he's going to attack the quarterback, fights off a block, stays persistent, ends up with the sack. And again, that's the type of leadership. That's how you have to, that's the kind of play that you need from the middle and the interior of your defense if you're going to shut out a team that's averaging 40-plus points a game.
Yeah, Hells, he looks like he's doing a drill. When you do your linebacker drills, you take a read step, and then you run downhill over the bags. He looks like he's doing a drill.
Yeah.
Well, and I think too, and I don't disagree with you at all, Gary. And to me, that's a tribute to the coaching that he gets every day and the strong tradition of coaching that they have at Shelby, because these kids trust that the coaching that they get every day prepares them for the game. Because how many kids have you seen in your career? It's like, that's not really going to happen. That's not going to work like that in the game. But when you see a kid doing that and you're pointing that out, that's a kid that trusts the coaching staff there. And it's no wonder these guys, this is where they're at every year this time of year.
Yeah. All right. Hey, let's move on. Let's talk about a guy up here in Reedsville. I'm not sure if anybody's ever heard of him. I think his name's Kendra Harrison. By the way, just named the North Carolina Gatorade Player of the Year last week. Harrison had a 4-catch, 71-yard game in a 23-21 victory over West Craven in the 4A Eastern State semifinal. Also had 13 tackles and a sack on defense. Gary Hales, I'll let figure out who wants to go first, but this guy right here, he's a generational talent, and he looks it on the film.
He really doesn't need any description. He's been doing this for the last 3 years. Everybody in North Carolina already knows who he is. And so if you haven't seen him, you're not a fan of high school sports, not just football, but basketball. Because the way he's dominating this game, in a couple of weeks, he'll go dominate the basketball court the same way.
Right.
Got a lot of what we used to say Julius Peppers was, dominating football, go dominating basketball. He's just an awesome player.
Gary,
He's a
Sunday
player. He's a Sunday player. Put it that way.
Yeah. That's the thing. With those guys, as soon as you put the film on, you don't have to ask which guy it is. They just jump off the screen at you. But you brought up Julius Peppers. There's another name as I'm watching these highlights and just knowing some of his work in the past. And it's not so much the speed aspect of it, but just how much bigger he is than the rest of these guys that he's out there on the edge against is Randy Moss's highlights. You remember Randy Moss takes that title screen against Army. He's got the striped socks on. That's what he looks like to me out here. But he was another one that as soon as football season was over, he went and dominated on the basketball court. And he was the best pitcher in his high school too. But no, I get Randy Moss vibes off of this. Like I said, not for the speed aspect of it, but just the otherworldly type athletic ability that you see out of him.
It's you're watching. Our fans are watching somebody who's going to play on Sunday. As long as he stays healthy, he's going to play on Sunday.
Gary, when Brevard looks at their film for this week, I guarantee you he will not be the fish.
No.
All right. Hey, let's move on. East Highway 64. Tyler Powell, Tarboro in a 40-0 victory over Warren County. Powell had 13 tackles, including 7 solos, 3 sacks for a loss, 3 tackles for a loss. Also had 2 sacks. Part of that big Tarboro T offense for Coach Craddock. Tell me what you think about him, Coach Hales.
And again, I mentioned it earlier about, here we are this late. We're talking about a guy. Yeah, but I mean, solo tackles for losses. He has sacks, but when you have a guy like this taking snaps, no wonder that Tarboro T, wins 15, 16 games every year. But just again, he's a dynamite athlete. Like this play here, like watch how easily he handles the ball on this fake. Where he's just kind of one hand, he's out there with it like Michael Jordan was with the basketball or Dr. J was with the basketball. Like he's able to just handle it so easily. But even like here, seeing him on defense, like when you get a down block, like on one of those earlier clips, he's so tight off the edge. Like he just understands timing and angles so well. And I had a coach back in high school, basketball coach, mean old Irish dude, Bob Gilbride. And he used to talk every day. And he used to say, it didn't matter what sport you were playing or whatever it was that you were doing. It's all about timing and angles. And he said, whether you're shooting pool, playing football, playing basketball. But this is a kid that, again, he understands timing and angles.
And you talk about an old coach that you had, Hales. All my old coaches used to say playing with bent knees. Okay? You play every sport with bent knees. And,
for sure.
And I never heard of Tarboro until I got to UNC, and there was a guy there from Tarboro named Kelvin Bryant. And I've been hearing,
that's where he's from.
Yeah. And I've been hearing about Tarboro ever since. That is a football factory in that town.
I remember watching Kelvin Bryant win championships for the Philadelphia/Baltimore Stars of the USFL.
Yeah.
Man. A.O. Brown remembers him. Anyway, hey, we got one more right here talking preps. Mez Harris at Wilson Hunt in a 20-7 victory over Jacksonville Northside. Harris completed 7 of 10 passes, 110 yards, ran the ball 9 times for 76 yards. What a season for the Warriors. They found their mojo this year. Coach, tell me what you think.
First of all, shout out to the paint job on especially at midfield there. Well done. Coaches, I'm going to assume, are the ones who take care of that. Yeah, but let's get on to Mez. And again, this is what I love about this guy. Like, he's doing it on the offensive side. He's doing it on the defensive side. And again, late November, early December, points and yards are at a premium. And to be able to put up 20 points and, almost 200 yards of offense, really with only, calling his own number, so to speak, 19 times. I mean, that's a big night. That's a great deal of leadership. And, it's no wonder with a kid like this that they're going to be playing for a state championship.
We get spoiled in Charlotte because most of the big time programs here in Charlotte, you never have a quarterback going both ways. You may put your quarterback in on the last series of a 2-minute drive to play free safety. But other than that, we're getting at this stage where we're looking around the state and we're starting to see that the quarterbacks around the state can do more than just throw the ball. And this is our second one this week where you have a guy that's leading the offense and then turning around and leading the defense.
Yeah, no kidding. Hales, I bet you could have thrown Riley Ferguson in at corner and he'd have been just fine situationally.
I would not have thrown Riley Ferguson in a quarterback. Safety, maybe. I would have put Riley back there and said, just you're in the deep middle, nobody get behind you. If the ball goes up, go catch it. Because I don't doubt for a second he'd be able to go catch the ball, but I'm not putting Riley Ferguson in corner.
All right, guys. Hey, regionals in the books. We talked about the guys that balled out. Hey, you still got a chance to ball out this week, and we'll talk about you next week. But anyway, talking preps players of the week. That's it. We're going to the States. We'll get you next week.